Hi guys! Ako na po ito, si Professor Haggard at hindi po ako magsasawang sabihin maraming salamat po sa patuloy niyo pong pagsubaybay sa channel na ito. And for this time, we will talk about hypothesis and we will feature about null and alternative hypothesis. So, sa akin pong mga viewers na nag-request po nito, so para po sa inyo ito. Hindi ko na po babanggitin kung sino po kayo at baka po ayaw nyo. So, check this out, guys. So, yun na nga guys. Ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon ay tungkol sa hypothesis. So, hypothesis of course, bibigyan natin linaw kung anong ibig sabihin ng term na yan in Tagalog. And we will also talk about the null and alternative hypothesis. Okay, so for the information of everyone, napakahalaga pong kaalaman ang malaman ang tungkol sa hypothesis. Lalong-lalo na kapag ikaw ay nag-aaral ng tungkol sa quantitative research. At hindi po talaga may iiwasan na ma-encounter natin itong term na hypothesis. So, let us start. So, ano nga ba yung hypothesis? So, what is hypothesis? Okay, so kapag sinabi ng hypothesis, this is a supposition or proposed explanation made on the basis of limited evidence as a starting point for further investigation. That is, of course, according to Oxford Dictionary. So, mas madali pong matatandaan kung tatandaan natin yung term na supposition. Okay, I suppose, supposition. Meron kang supposition which of course made out of the limited evidence. Yung basehan mo is of course limited evidence. Ibig sabihin, wala pang napakatibay na ebidensya but there is enough na magkaroon ka ng pagpapalagay. Okay, you can just make it as an example. Yung ating pagtingin sa ulap, kapag makulimlim, we create a supposition na maaaring umulan. Although hindi naman sa lahat ng panahon umuulan, but we have a supposition. So that is of course hypothesis. Also, I also prepared here some synonyms nang sa ganun mas madali sa ating tandaan kung ano ang hypothesis. You can refer to this term, assumption, assertion, and we have also claim. Okay, nag-a-assume tayo. So that is hypothesis. Okay, that is one way to make it simple. Okay, hypothesis. You have an assumption. All right. So when we talk about hypothesis, we also in research, of course, when we talk about hypothesis, hindi din natin may iiwasan that we will talk about hypothesis testing. Kung meron kang pagpapalagay, meron kang assumption, dapat yung i-test kapag nag-research ka. That's why there is a hypothesis. That's why it's important for us to create a hypothesis because that will be the subject for hypothesis testing. By the way, what is hypothesis testing? Okay, so hypothesis testing ay isang pamamaraan, tinagalog na po natin, isang pamamaraan na paggamit ng sample ng data upang magpasya sa pagitan ng dalawang magkasalungat na palagay o hypothesis. As I was saying, hypothesis is palagay tungkol sa isang populasyon. So, ibig sabihin, tinitest po natin ngayon ang ating palagay. Although, tinitest po natin ang ating palagay. So, here, meron pong dalawang magkasalungat na palagay. Ibig sabihin, meron tayong ginagawang dalawang palagay. Okay? Hypothesis testing. Tinitest po natin yung isa sa kanila. Dahil pag na-test na po natin yung isang hypothesis, of course, malalaman natin kung sino yung tama sa kanila. Okay? So later on, you will understand more kung anong ibig kong sabihin. So of course, when we talk about hypothesis testing, this will also lead us to the so-called statistical hypothesis. Okay? Which will lead us, of course, later on about sa null and alternative hypothesis. So what is a statistical hypothesis? So, statistical hypothesis is a prediction about the possible result of a study. So, napakadali pong tandaan. When we say statistical hypothesis, ito po yung ating hula na maaaring maging resulta ng ating pong research or it could be an experiment. So, meron na po tayong hinuhula. So, this will lead us, of course, to the two types of statistical hypothesis, which are The null hypothesis denoted by that symbol, yung may letter H, tapos merong letter O, subscript siya. And then we also have alternative hypothesis denoted by that symbol you can see on your screen. Those are the two types of statistical hypothesis. So malinaw po. Kaya po, if you could take note while watching this video, mas maganda po para hindi po natin, although you have the freedom to play it over and over again. So again, these are the two types of statistical hypothesis. Kapag tinatanong tayo, what are the two types of statistical hypothesis, you can just answer simply that those are the null and alternative hypothesis. All right? So let us take up the difference, or ano bang kaibahan nitong null, o paano bang gawin itong null at saka alternative hypothesis. All right? So example. So let me show you an example. So let us start in creating a question. All right? Let me present here a question, which of course represents our research objective. Okay, so this is the question. Do high school students spend a daily average time of 3 hours on Mobile Legends? Okay, so yan po yung question. Yung mga high school students ba daw, nag-i-spend ba daw sila ng average time of 3 hours sa paglalaro ng Mobile Legends? Right? So yan po yung magiging basehan natin. So before creating null and alternative hypothesis, let us have this short discussion. Okay, for this question, ipagpalagay po natin na sa tanong na ito, ang dalawang pangkat na isinasaalang-alang ay ang mga high school students, which of course is the population. Ito po yung population. Okay, ito po yung magiging target ng ating pag-aaral o ng ating research, yung mga high school students. At ang pangkat ng 30 high school students bilang sample. So, ibig sabihin kukuha po tayo ng 30 estudyante na high school from the whole population of high school students. Okay? So, ngayon, maaari nating ihambing ang sample mean na nagmula sa data ng 30 mag-aaral. Ito pong sample mean at saka yung population mean, ito po yung gagamitin natin para makabuo po tayo ng hypothesis. Okay? So, inuulit ko. Ngayon, maaari nating ihambing ang sample mean na nagmula sa data ng 30 mag-aaral doon sa population mean na 3 oras sa isang araw. So, paano ba gawin yung null hypothesis? Unahin na po natin yung null hypothesis. So, with the same given example, do high school students spend a daily average time of 3 hours on Mobile Legends? So, tandaan po natin yung diniscuss po natin kanina, yung tungkol sa sample mean. Okay, yung sample mean, yung mga numbers o yung mga data na nagmula sa 30 mag-aaral. Alright, yun po yung sample mean. And we also have the population mean na nire-represent po ng 3 hours na average, daily average time ng paglalaro ng Mobile Legends. So, ang magiging pong forma ng ating pong null hypothesis would be this. Okay, yan po yung magiging forma niya. Okay, so this is of course what denotes the null hypothesis. The null hypothesis would be this symbol and equals to 3. So this symbol represents yung sample mean o ibig sabihin yung mga numbers or yung mga information na nagmula sa 30 mag-aaral. So ito po yung magre-represent. Alright, so kung pagkatapos po nating mag-gather yung mga information, yung mga numbers, dito po natin, ito po yung nagre-represent nun. So that would be equals to 3 hours. Okay? So, ibig po sabihin ng ating po null hypothesis is this one, na the daily average time daw is spent by high school students on Mobile Legends is 3 hours a day. Remember, gagawa po tayo ng dalawang pagpapalagay. Una lang po ito. Ito po yung una nating ginawa, yung null hypothesis. Alright? Na sa ating pong pagpapalagay na daily average time daw na nai-spend ng high school students sa paglalaro ng Mobile Legends is equal to 3 hours a day. Okay? Or simply is 3 hours a day. Alright? So, mahalaga pong gawin natin yung null hypothesis. Bakit? Dahil po, the null hypothesis, ito po yung hypothesis na tinitest. Alright? Ito po yung, kumbaga, tinitest kung tama ba o hindi. So, that is the null hypothesis. Sana po naging malinaw sa atin kung paano gawin at kung ano yung null hypothesis. Even by just looking at the symbol na nagawa natin when creating our own hypothesis, pwede po nating malaman kung ito ba ay alternative o null hypothesis. So, because it has a statement of equality, such as lesser than or equal to, merong equal to. So, that's why it's considered as a statement of equality. Or it could be greater than or equal to, or the symbol equal or equals to. Right? So, yan po yung null hypothesis. So sana po naging malinaw sa inyo kung ano yung null hypothesis. So, let us proceed to the next one. Okay. With the same given example, gagawa tayo ng alternative hypothesis. So, kung ang null hypothesis, yung ginawa nating null hypothesis, naniniwala tayo na nag-i-spend talaga yung mga high school students ng 3 hours daily average sa paglalaro ng Mobile Legends. So, in alternative hypothesis, of course, yan po ay magiging kabaliktaran. Okay. So, ito po yung magiging simple niya. So, kanina is equals to, ngayon po is not equals to 3. Ibig sabihin, yung sample mean is not equals to the population mean, which is the 3 hours a day. So, if you are going to explain kung ano yung alternative hypothesis natin, given that question, ito po yun. The daily average time spent by high school students on Mobile Legends is not equal to 3 hours a day. Okay? So, dalawa po yung ginawa nating assumption o ibig sabihin, nagawa nating pagpapalagay. Yung null tsaka alternative hypothesis. Yung una, yung null hypothesis, yun po yung hypothesis o assumption na ititest natin. So, kung mangyari na mali po, of course, tatanggapin po natin ang alternative hypothesis. Okay? Yung null hypothesis po kanina, recap lang po natin. Yung null hypothesis ay naniniwala po na totoong 3 hours or equal to 3 hours talaga yung daily average time ng paglalaro ng mga high school students sa Mobile Legends. However, yung alternative hypothesis hindi po equal to 3 hours a day. It could be less than or it could be greater than. It's just that it is not equal to. Alright? Yun po yung ating alternative hypothesis. At napakahalagang tandaan kapag sinabing alternative hypothesis, the alternative hypothesis is the hypothesis that has no statement of equality. Okay? Kung kanina meron po tayong greater than or equal to, ngayon meron lamang po tayong greater than, lesser than, or not equal to. Yun po yung alternative hypothesis. Alright? So, guys, that is about null and alternative hypothesis. Meron po kayong dapat pa pong matandaan if we are talking about this particular topic. Okay, points to remember. In formulating the null and alternative hypothesis, you should first formulate your research problem. Kung natatandaan nyo po, nagsimula po tayo sa simple research question. Okay? Or a particular question which represent our research problem. Para po makagawa po tayo ng malinaw na null tsaka alternative hypothesis. Alright? And then we have also one of the points to remember that any claim, or ibig sabihin, any assumption can be classified under either the null hypothesis or the alternative hypothesis. Just as you are, just make sure that you are putting it in your mind kung anong ibig sabihin ng null hypothesis tsaka alternative hypothesis. And each hypothesis is the counterpart of the other. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Of course, it is explained in the next point. So, if the null hypothesis is rejected, ibig sabihin kung mali yung null hypothesis, the alternative hypothesis ngayon ang magiging tama o yun yung i-accept natin. So, on the contrary, kung yung null hypothesis naman ay hindi na-reject, ibig sabihin naging tama. It means that the alternative hypothesis ang siya namang hindi natin tatanggapin. Okay? Bilang part ng ating experiment. Okay, for instance. And lastly, the last point to remember, the manner in which the alternative hypothesis is stated determines the type of hypothesis test to be used. So of course, that is in relation kung ano yung type of hypothesis test to be used, which will be the next topic for my next vlog. Okay, the type of hypothesis test. Just to give you a preview of my next vlog, we will talk about, of course, yung tinatawag nating two-tailed at one-tailed test. Okay, so kung yung null hypothesis yung tinetest natin, meron din mahalagang bagay na dapat tandaan sa alternative hypothesis. Ito po yung magiging basihan natin kung anong type ng hypothesis test yung gagamitin natin. It could be either one-tailed or two-tailed test. Okay, so at marami pa po tayong pag-uusapan, guys. So, by the way, thank you very much for watching and listening with this vlog. Ako po ang iyong lingkod, Professor Haggard, and thank you and have a good day and keep safe, everyone. And bye-bye.